Well, needless to say, it feels a heck of a lot better than it did a couple of weeks ago. I will say one thing before I start talking about the game is that Marshall Plumlee's out there now, I'm assuming, with the senior night, and that young man's had a great season for that club. And I recruited a little bit of his brothers and recruited him, and I think he's a fantastic young man and played 37 minutes tonight. And in my opinion, he was the reason they won the game over at our place. He played the last 14 minutes with 4 fouls and challenged everything we had around the basket. So I'd like to congratulate him. But it's a wonderful feeling in our locker room right now. There's no question about that. Sometimes you say some things that work, sometimes you don't. I reminded our guys of 2012, I guess, when Austin Rivers made the big three at the end of the game at our place, and we thought we had the game won, should have had the game won, and we didn't. And then we came over here and we played very well and played great, in fact, and we ended up winning the game over here. So I told them it's been done before and we can do it again. I tried to give our kids confidence that I knew one team that could come in here on senior night and play great and win, and that was us. But the backboards, the inside area was huge for us. It wasn't as huge as it needed to be when we played at our place, but rebounds 64-29, and we had 27 offensive rebounds. We patted it around like volleyball around the basket 3 or 4 times, 2 possessions. We had 6 shots, and we were 0 for 6. We shot 28% in the second half, but we had so many opportunities around. And then they cut it to 1 or 2 in the first half, and we made a nice run and took it back out to 8 or 10. They cut it to 1 in the second half, and I told our guys in the timeout that they had done that in the first half, and we responded, so let's respond right now. Justin Jackson made 2 free throws. Bryce scored a couple of buckets during that time period. And then Joel Berry made a 3. And then down the stretch, Theo and Joel and Marcus, did you say yes when I said we were 8 for 8? We were 8 for 8 from the free throw line to finish the game. So it's a lot of good things in the locker room. It's a fun locker room right now. And I thought it was very fitting that Marcus couldn't throw it in the ocean, but he went to the free throw line and made 4 straight free throws for us.
Given some of the struggles that Kennedy's had, how pleasing was it for you to see him play the way he did?
Kennedy was big today. Isaiah was pressing himself too much. He wanted to do too much, and Isaiah's been fantastic for us all year long, but never seen a game where he's 2 for 6, but 4 fouls. We didn't need him to foul, but Kennedy was big early. Kennedy was big late, rebounded the ball. Could have even scored more. He couldn't get it to stay in the basket, but 14 rebounds for Kennedy and 21 for Bryce Johnson. I mean, I've been on those 2 guys all year long because I want more out of them, effort-wise, intelligence-wise, effort. But tonight, 12 and 14 for Kennedy and 18 and 21 for Bryce. Bryce Johnson offensively has done some things that's been done very seldom in my 28 years as a head coach, rebounding the ball and scoring the ball. But again, I said something I think about everybody that played today, and so it was a North Carolina win.
Roy, for Marcus to go to deep after you referenced his shooting struggle as far as that set not what was your comfort level like with him?
Well, you never know what your comfort level should be, but if I had to pick anybody in the country to step to the line right in that situation, I wanted Marcus Page over anybody else, and he was pretty doggone good. Buck, how you doing, son?
I rehabbed the knee, and
We need to talk, big fella.
enjoy it tonight.
Thank you, Buck.
Roy, this clinches the regular season championship. The significance of that, especially for
Well, we heard about the Virginia Tech-Miami game before the game. We didn't tell the team. We tried to challenge them to, again, that we could win over here and take care of our own business. I keep saying 6 games, but I can't remember if it's 5 or 6 or 7, but somewhere down the road, I told our guys we were in charge of our own destiny. If we take care of stuff, then we don't have to worry about anybody else doing anything, and it worked out that way. It's very satisfying, to say the least.
Anybody else?
Coach,
Yes.
they talked about during the last 8 minutes of the last game how Bryce didn't touch the ball, blah, blah, blah. Was that a definite thing on your part? Did you look for him down the stretch? Did he want it down the stretch?
We looked for him. We looked for him the first minute of the game, the 19th minute of the game, the 32nd minute of the game. He and Kennedy and Isaiah were about to drive me crazy because I want him to flash in the middle of that zone even harder. And we'd sort of sashay in there, but we wanted to get it. And I told him one of the timeouts, they were short-arming their shots, shoot the daggum basketball. it's great coaching. I mean, this is how silly the game is. I said, if you're going to take a shot, be tough enough to make the daggum thing. And, that's silly as it can be, but that's exactly what I said. But we were trying to go inside every minute of the game because we've got a size and a depth advantage inside.
Roy, what does it do confidence-wise to kind of win in this way? To first beat first-ranked team since, I think, Michigan State a couple seasons ago, and also to have the lead, to kind of lose that lead until, as you said,
Well, one other thing we said at halftime is they're going to make runs. They're a really good team. It's our job to answer them. And I've always felt like Duke was really good defensively, but you need to score against Duke because they can make so many significant runs. And, 2 of those threes there at the end, I wanted them to be shooting the ball. I just didn't want it to go in like that. And we went to the trap to try to waste a few more seconds, and they make one from the corner then. But we did a nice job of getting it out of bounds and getting it in quickly and then made the free throws. But answer the basic part of the question, I think it should give them a lot of confidence and make them feel good. And I've said all year long, our dreams are realistic, and tonight was one of our dreams.
Ed, in the back left, Coach.
How would you approach the tournament this week? Do you need to see something out of your team when you go there to win it?
Will we what?
Will we go there to win it?
If I'm going to go, Ed, come on. You think I'm going to go up there and say, hell, let's finish ninth? I mean, if you're going to have to play, we're going to try to win the sucker. There's no question about that. We'll go up Tuesday night, I think. Try to give them tomorrow off, and we work Monday and Tuesday. Go up Tuesday night. I guess we play at noon on Thursday. I have no idea who else is in our bracket and won't look until after midnight tonight. But I've always wanted to win the ACC tournament. It is more impressive to me. Everybody else can have a different opinion. Opinions are like noses. Everybody's got one. But it's always more impressive to me to win the regular season because it's 18 games, it's 3 months. But I like winning a tournament too. And we've had some good teams that won the tournament. We've had some good teams that didn't. And I don't think it has any bearing on what happens after that.
Anybody else? Okay, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
One note, Bryce, in the 2 games against Duke, 47 points and 40 rebounds in the 2 games.
Not a bad 2 games to work.
Final look.
Pretty good.